So this problem has to do with projectile motion, which I believe we did a problem with projectile motion before. They give us this equation for projectile motion, and I want to talk about what it means. The V naught, that represents the initial velocity. Initial velocity. So these problems have to do with, you're standing somewhere on a mountain or, on a boat or something, and you're going to throw something into the air or shoot a rocket into the air or something like that. And then the rocket's going to go up and then it's going to come down. So V naught is the initial velocity. It's how much you're throwing the ball into the air, okay? The rate at which you're throwing it into the air. The H naught, that is the initial height. So you're standing on a mountain that's maybe 200 feet up, and so you climb up the mountain 200 feet, and then you throw a ball into the air. Your initial height would be the 200 feet. The ball's going to go up, and then it's going to come down eventually, okay? And this equation, this function, tells us what the height is of the ball after so many seconds. So t is time. And it's in seconds usually. Okay. So that's the equation. Now they're going to give us the equation. That's nice of them. Okay, so it says solve rounding answers to the nearest tenth. So we have the function. It says here's the quadratic function. The height of an object based on time is equal to negative 16t squared plus 128t plus 32. It's used to find the height of a stone thrown upward from a height. So the initial height is 32 feet. That was my h naught. And then it's at a rate of 128 feet per second. That's the v naught. So they already put it into the equation for us. But just explaining what all that equation is, you might wonder where the negative 16 is coming from. That has to do with gravity. And if you take more physics classes, they're going to do things like this. Okay, now it says, how long will it take for the stone to reach its maximum height? What is the maximum height? So they want us to find a maximum. That means we must have an upside down parabola. But we do because it's got a negative 16 at the beginning, right? Okay. So when we want to find a min or a max, we're going to find the vertex. So x is equal to the opposite of b over 2a. So our x is going to be the opposite of 128 over 2 times negative 16. So you just put that in the calculator right now. I'm going to clean it up and make it 128 over 32. And then let's see what I get. 128 divided by 32. I get 4. So x is equal to 4. I guess it should be t. It really should be a t here. Now it looks like a star. But it was based not on x, but on time. So what does this tell us? It tells us that it's going to take us 4 seconds to reach a maximum height. So we throw the stone up, count 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and then the stone's going to start coming back down. Okay, now what is the maximum height? Well, then we have to evaluate the function at the time 4 seconds, okay? Okay, so, it's going to be negative 16 times 16 plus 128 times 4 plus 32. And you could put that all in a calculator. Negative 16 times 16 plus 128 times 4 plus 32. What do I get? 288. Oops, 288. 288. So, and that's feet. So what's the maximum height? 288 feet. How long does it take for the stone to reach its maximum height? 4 seconds. So the first question says, how long will it take for the stone to reach its maximum height? 4 seconds. What is the maximum height? 288 feet.